In a world where digital feeds curate reality and algorithms dictate our children's interests, raising an independent thinker has become an act of conscious effort. It is no longer sufficient to simply monitor screen time or filter content. Genuine strength is forged when young minds learn to question, create, and connect beyond the glow of a device. The true challenge is to foster deep-rooted self-reliance and intellectual curiosity while harnessing the immense potential that technology provides. In our hyper-connected age, the omnipresence of screens is reshaping childhood in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. The constant stream of notifications, rapid-fire content, and algorithm-driven entertainment profoundly influences a child's developing brain. This digital immersion can affect their emotional regulation, as the instant gratification of a like or a new level in a game sets unrealistic expectations for real-world interactions. Socially, it can create a preference for mediated communication over the nuanced, nonverbal cues of face-to-face contact, potentially stunting empathy and social fluency. Cognitively, the relentless multitasking demanded by digital platforms can fracture attention spans, making deep focus and sustained thought more challenging when a child's environment is perpetually saturated with external stimuli. The quiet, internal space needed for reflection and original thought begins to shrink, creating a dependency on the screen for direction and engagement. This growing reliance on technology creates what can be described as a resilience gap. When digital devices become the default solution for boredom, discomfort, or social anxiety, children miss out on crucial opportunities to develop their own internal resources. Instead of learning to navigate a moment of quiet solitude or resolving a minor conflict with a friend, they can retreat into a virtual world that offers an immediate, frictionless escape. This pattern weakens the very muscles needed for problem solving and emotional coping. Independence, which is built through trial, error, and self-directed exploration, is gradually eroded. A child who has never had to entertain themselves without a screen may struggle to initiate play, imagine new worlds, or simply sit with their own thoughts. The resilience that comes from overcoming small frustrations and finding solutions on their own is replaced by a learned helplessness, where the answer to any challenge is believed to lie within an app or a search bar. Setting healthy boundaries around technology is therefore not an act of deprivation, but an act of empowerment. The goal is to establish limits that feel collaborative rather than punitive, fostering an atmosphere of mutual respect. This begins with clear, consistent rules, such as designated no-phone zones at the dinner table or during family activities, and digital sunsets an hour or two before bedtime to protect sleep. Instead of framing these limits as restrictions, present them as opportunities to protect time for other valuable experiences involving children. In the process of setting these boundaries can also be incredibly effective. When they have a voice in deciding the family's tech plan, they are more likely to understand its purpose and adhere to it without a power struggle. The key is to move away from a model of conflict and guilt and toward a shared understanding that balanced technology use is a cornerstone of a healthy, fulfilling life. To truly build resilience, we must actively encourage and facilitate offline experiences that nurture skills the digital world often overlooks. These activities are the soil in which confidence, creativity, and authentic social connection grow. Sending a child outside to build before providing them with art supplies and no instructions, or encouraging them to join a local sports team or club creates environments where they must rely on their own ingenuity and collaborative skills. Unstructured play, in particular, is a powerful engine for development, teaching negotiation, rule-making, and conflict resolution. A family hike, a board game night, or a trip to the library can offer rich, multi-sensory experiences that stand in stark contrast to the passive consumption of digital content. These moments build a library of real-world memories and skills, reminding children that the most meaningful adventures often happen far away from a screen. Our own relationship with technology serves as the most powerful model for our children. If we preach digital balance, but remain tethered to our phones, our words will ring hollow. Children are astute observers, and they internalize the behaviors they see every day. Modeling digital balance means putting our own devices away during conversations, making eye contact, and being fully present during family time. It means demonstrating that we, too, have interests and passions that exist offline. When a child sees a parent reading a book, working on a hobby, or engaging in a deep conversation without a screen in sight, it sends a powerful message about what is valued. By consciously managing our own digital habits, we show our children that technology is a tool to be used intentionally, not a master to be served mindlessly. This parental modeling is not about achieving perfection, but about demonstrating a commitment to living a life of intention and presence. Beyond simply limiting screen time, we must teach our children to become critical thinkers in the digital landscape. This means moving them from being passive consumers to active, discerning users of technology. We can promote this by asking questions about the content they engage with, who created this video and why, what message are they trying to send, is this information reliable? Teaching them to recognize clickbait, identify advertising, and understand how algorithms shape their online experience empowers them to navigate the digital world with intellectual independence. Furthermore, fostering the ability to manage distractions is a critical 21st century skill. This involves teaching them techniques for single tasking, encouraging them to turn off notifications when working on a project, and helping them make conscious decisions about where to direct their most valuable asset, their attention. A crucial component of building independence is fostering deep emotional awareness. The digital world, with its curated profiles and anonymous comments, can often be a difficult place to practice emotional honesty. It is our role to help children connect with and articulate their feelings, both online and off. This starts with creating a safe space, a home where all emotions are acknowledged and validated. We can help them build an emotional vocabulary by labeling feelings. It sounds like you felt frustrated when you couldn't beat that level, or you seem really excited about that video. Encouraging them to consider the feelings of others in their digital interactions, to pause before posting a comment, or to recognize the human being behind the avatar is essential for developing digital empathy. By helping them understand and regulate their own emotional responses, we equip them to handle the complexities of both real-life relationships and online communities with grace and resilience. Finally, our goal should not be to demonize technology, but to leverage its power for positive growth. The digital world is filled with incredible tools that can enhance learning, spark creativity, and foster meaningful collaboration. The key is to guide children toward these platforms and away from those that promote mindless consumption. Encourage them to use apps that teach coding, platforms that allow them to compose music, or software that helps them create their own digital art or short films. Introduce them to educational games that make learning a subject like math or history engaging adventure. Use technology to connect with family members who live far away, or to collaborate on a creative project together. When we intentionally guide our children toward the productive and creative corners of the digital universe, we teach them that technology can be a powerful ally in their journey of self-discovery and a tool for making a positive impact on the world.